बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। आज हमारा लेक्चर चैप्टर नंबर 4 बुक 1 सेकंड हाफ पे होगा, जिसमें हम डिस्कस करेंगे बॉइलिंग पॉइंट अप टू प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड्स। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, व्हाट इज बॉइलिंग पॉइंट? Boiling point is a temperature at which the internal pressure of a liquid become equal to the external atmospheric pressure, that is called boiling point. Temperature at which bubbles of liquid come out is called boiling point. Temperature at which the vapor pressure of liquid become equal to external atmospheric pressure is called boiling point. What is molar heat of vaporization? Amount of heat required to change 1 mole of water into vapors is called molar heat of vaporization. Molar heat of vaporization of water is 40.6 kilojoule per mole. What is the effect of different factors on boiling point? First of all, intermolecular forces. Having more strength of intermolecular forces, it means that liquids have greater boiling points, substance have greater boiling point. Nature of liquid की अगर हम बात करें, polar liquid has greater boiling point because of greater strength of intermolecular forces. अगर हम टेम्परेचर बढ़ाते हैं, हाई टेम्परेचर फेवर लो बॉइलिंग पॉइंट, टेम्परेचर बढ़ाने से बॉइलिंग पॉइंट जो है लो बॉइलिंग पॉइंट को फेवर करता है. वैक्यूम डिस्टिलेशन, द प्रोसेस इन विच लिक्विड चेंजेस इनटू गैस and then condense into liquid is called distillation. If distillation is under vacuum, then it is called vacuum distillation. By increasing external pressure, boiling point of liquid increases by increasing external pressure. Water boils at 100 Celsius at sea level, but in northern areas where the external pressure is decreased, the boiling point is also decreased. For example, the boiling point of water in Murray is 98 degrees Celsius because in Murray the external pressure is 700 torr. While the external pressure goes on decreasing at Mount Everest, the external pressure is 323 torr and the boiling point of water is 69 degrees Celsius. So boiling point depends on external pressure. When external pressure decreases, boiling point is also decreases. When external pressure increases, boiling point is also increases. If external pressure is 1489 torr, then boiling point would be 120 Celsius. By decreasing external pressure, boiling point will be decreases. The compound which decompose on heating is distilled by vacuum distillation. Glycerine has boiling point to 90 and at 1 atm, but it decomposes at this temperature. So vacuum distillation is conducted for purification of liquid glycerine at a reduced pressure, where the boiling point of glycerine become 210 and it will not decompose. Energetics of phase changes. What is enthalpy of change? At constant pressure, heat change during this process is called, in which physical or chemical change occur, is called enthalpy change, delta H. Molar heat of fusion. It is the heat absorbed by 1 mole of solid when changes into liquid at constant pressure 1 atm, denoted by delta HF. What is molar heat of vaporization? It is the heat absorbed by 1 mole of liquid that changes a gas into at 1 atm, denoted by delta HV. Molar heat of sublimation. It is the heat absorbed by 1 mole of solid when changes into gas, 1 atm pressure, denoted by delta HS. State of matter. Enthalpy of liquid is higher than that of enthalpy of vaporization of liquid is higher, then enthalpy of sublimation solid is higher than delta HV. Actually, the order is that delta HS has greater enthalpy than delta HV, and delta HF. Enthalpy of sublimation has greater enthalpy because it is a large change, that's why large heat is absorbed. Enthalpy of evaporation has less value than enthalpy of sublimation because it is a less change as compared to sublimation, that way it is required low heat as compared to sublimation. In enthalpy of fusion, it required very less amount because it is small change. So enthalpy of sublimation has greater value as compared to enthalpy of vaporization, and enthalpy of fusion has less value because it is a small change. That is the order of enthalpy change. Larger the size of molecule, greater will be the enthalpy of vaporization. What is liquid crystal? Turbid liquid are called liquid crystal. That is the intermediate state between melting temperature and clearing temperature. Liquid crystal exists between two temperature, melting temperature and clearing temperature. For example, we already discussed that cholesterol benzoate is a compound which is melt at 179 degrees Celsius milky liquid, and at 145 at milky liquid and 179 at clear liquid. तो 145 जो इसका है वो melting temperature होगा और 179 इसका clearing temperature होगा. When cooling take place, it converts into to turbid liquid, and this turbid liquid is called liquid crystal. Liquid crystal are always anisotropic. Optical property of solid and fluidity of liquid are present in them. Many organic compounds and biological tissues are liquid crystals. Uses की बात करें, अगर आप कलर की बात करते हैं, liquid crystal diffract light and impart color. Color changes with the change in temperature, so that's why they can be used as a temperature sensor. Liquid crystal can be used to find out the point of failure in electrical circuit. Liquid crystal are also used in thermometer. Liquid crystal are used to detect the blockage of vein, arteries infectious and tumor. It is also used in diagnosing the breast cancer, used in digital watches, calculator and computer. Can also be used as a solvent in chromatography, and it is used in oscillography, current display graph, and TV displays use liquid crystal screens. The boiling point increases down the zero group noble gases element due to, अगर हम नोबल गैसेस की बात करें तो नोबल गैसेस में डाउन द ग्रुप लंदन फोर्स बढ़ती है, साइज बढ़ता है, पोलराइजेबिलिटी बढ़ती है, दैट्स व्हाई बॉइलिंग पॉइंट इंक्रीज होते हैं. इसका आंसर बीटा होगा. Molar heat of evaporation of water is 40.7 kilojoule per mole. The right answer is alpha. The amount of heat required to convert 1 mole of water into vapors is called molar heat of vaporization. Boiling point of hydrocarbon increases with the increase in number of carbon atom. It is mainly due to, भाई कार्बन एटम बढ़ेंगे तो पोलराइजेबिलिटी बढ़ेगी, स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ेगी. कार्बन जो है ये नॉन पोलर है, लंदन फोर्स बढ़ेगी. लंदन फोर्स के बढ़ने से ऑब्वियसली बॉइलिंग पॉइंट भी बढ़ेंगे. राइट आंसर इज बीटा. फॉर फर्दर एमसीक्यूज सी प्रैक्टिस बुक विद डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन. थैंक यू.